In this TouchDrive view video, we're focusing in on the memory module. The memory modules give us direct access to both store and recall the memories in the system directly from a keypad. Now this keypad can operate in both a local row mode or a global mode. Let's go through each of the buttons and explain what they do. The All button is a quick access to include or uninclude all inclusions. So if I quickly want to clear this out, I can press the All button and now I will recall nothing. With it lit up, I can see that every one of my MEs, my mini MEs, and my multi-screens are included. We also can use the inclusion selection buttons where we can hold it down and you'll notice it lights up the available resources. So if I hold this down, I can see mini MEs 1 through 4. And as I select those and release, it includes them in the display for what I'm going to be recalling. Canvases, and then when we have a Carbonite Ultra or an Ultrix Carbonite, those, the chroma keyers aren't part of the MEs. They're independent and they float differently. So with those, we actually have dedicated inclusions for them as well. Here, connected to a graphite, that button does nothing and is unlit. In the next column of buttons, we start off with the local row button. When local row is enabled, the inclusions will always be this ME. And if we change which ME we're looking at, the inclusions will automatically change and the keypad will always follow along. So no matter which ME or mini ME we go to, the row is going to automatically delegate for us. The attribute button, when pressed, will delegate the Live Assist menu that's attached to your TouchDrive via panel link to jump to the memory menu. That way, you can include or uninclude your recall or store attributes prior to recalling or storing your memory. The next button is the ME Rate button. The ME Rate button is going to delegate the keypad into a rate entry mode and show you the current rate above. That rate is also displayed inside of the next transition area. If you're looking for it, you don't have to press this button as a means to see it. However, this is going to be tied to whatever is currently assigned to the row. In this case, we're on ME1, press ME Rate, and now I can go ahead and I can change the ME Rate. Our next button is the key rate. When we select the key rate, it is going to show us which keyer, and that's based on what is currently delegated in the keyer selection area. So if we change to key 2 and go to key rate, then it's going to show us key 2 rate. If we stayed on key 1, press key rate, now we've got our key 1 rate, so we can go ahead and we could change that. We've also got our effects dissolve rate. And so when the switcher is in effects dissolve mode, it is going to use this rate when it doesn't have an attribute built into the memory to use a specific rate. But again, same concept. We press effects rate and we just type in the value. Once we press enter, it will go back into recall mode. So the way the memory module works is if it's lit up, I am now storing a memory, and when it's unlit, it is in the recall memory mode, thus recalling a memory. There's a menu button, which currently is not being used. Then what we've got is the program, memory AI, and effects dissolve modes. Now the way these work is when I'm recalling a memory, if I don't have a mode enabled, it will now do exactly what mode was stored when we stored a memory. That's also why when you're in store mode, one of these modes has to be selected. because we have to tell the memory system what attribute. Do I want it to recall the program? Do I want it to recall using memory AI? Or do I want it to recall using effects dissolve? So when we're storing it, we have to select one of it. But when we're recalling, this becomes an override mode. So now when program is selected, it will ignore the mode that was stored with the memory, and it will force it to the program side of the ME. Or it would force the use of memory AI and recall that memory, but place it into preview and reordering keyers to find the resources. There's a whole video about memory AI if you want to learn more about it. And then, of course, if I want to force effects dissolve so that it will dissolve between the two memories, then I can enable effects dissolve, and now it will force the system to perform effects dissolve. Again, if I toggle these modes off, it's doing whatever was stored inside of the memory. You'll also notice that after recalling a memory, the plus, minus, and undo button will light up, thus giving us the opportunity to undo our last memory that we recalled. In the keypad area, we've got a bank button. So depending on the mode you have the bank set to, this will either cycle through your banks, or it will enable the bank select. So I press bank, then I select my bank, and now I'm in bank 8. Now, this will display on the keypad the available memories or where something is stored. So when we go back to, say, bank 2, you'll notice that I have something stored in memory 20, 21, 22, and 23. But nothing is stored in registers 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And recalling a blank register won't do anything. We've got a decimal for entering keypad ID entry numbers. And of course, when selecting MEs, you'll notice that 0 has the label PP. So in Carbonite Ultra and Ultrix Carbonite, there is always a program preset ME. It doesn't follow the highest ME number for program. Instead, there's always ME program preset, or MEPP. You got your bank, you've got your clear, and of course, your enter button. So working with the memory keypad becomes very flexible in making it fast to recall memories and work within a keypad layout. Also, this is the method to be able to store these memories without having to go into dashboard. Now, this feature is only available on the TD2S and the TD3S. Do you have any suggestions, requests, or questions? Drop them in an email to switchers@rossvideo.com, and we'll do our best to address them as quickly as we can. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.